Welcome to our family faith formation lesson on adoration and holiness. I think the word holiness is something that we hear a lot. Oh, this thing is holy, right? And maybe we don't really understand exactly what it means. So right now we are in the sacristy, which is the room where the priests get ready for Mass. It is a special room that is set apart for a specific purpose. And focus on the fact that I said it is set apart for a special purpose, right? It's set apart as a place where the priests and the deacons get ready for Mass, right? So I'm not gonna play sports in here because that's not what it's for. It's set apart for a specific purpose. So I have some A&W root beer right here, and I will let you know that it is perfectly okay to drink A&W root beer in the sacristy, as long as you don't do it right before Mass, because we have to have the hour fast before we receive communion, right? So I have this A&W root beer here, and of course we're not going to just drink it out of the bottle, right? So we have to have something we're going to drink it out of. So I'm going to open this right here, and we're just going to see what we find inside it. Okay? Oh, look. It's filled with chalices. So if I take this here chalice out, awesome. And then this is kind of hard to do because I'm holding the phone with my other hand. And I open this right here. It's a chalice, right? What do we do in a chalice, right? Something's poured in and we drink out of it. So if I take this here chalice and this bottle of root beer, and I go ahead and I get ready to pour right in here. We're almost there. Almost. Do you guys think I should do it? Should I pour root beer into the chalice? It's getting closer, getting closer. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do it. Hopefully you guys agree that I shouldn't do it. And why not? Because the chalice is consecrated, which means it's set apart for a special purpose, right? It is set apart. What is it that we pour into this? The wine that becomes Jesus' blood at Mass. When something is consecrated, it is made holy, it is set apart for a specific purpose, right? This chalice is consecrated, it's set apart to be used for that one specific thing. What it means to be holy and to have holiness is to be set apart for God. That's what holiness is. To be set apart for God. Now, I just told you, right, that this chalice is set apart to be used in the Mass for the wine to turn into Jesus' blood, right? So it's set apart for God, so we can say it's consecrated. We can say that this chalice is holy. Now, I want to tell you that you also are holy, but what do you think is holier? The chalice or you? The answer is you are, right? St. Paul, in one of his letters, he says that you are set apart for a specific purpose to live your life for God. When you are baptized, you are consecrated to live your life for God. So just like there's a certain purpose for this, and there's a way that this chalice is to be used and dedicated, the same thing is true of your life. When you are baptized, you are now supposed to live your life for God. Or another way of saying it is you're to live your life in a holy way, living out holiness, living out that you are set apart for God. Now, by being set apart for God, does that mean that, well, the only way that you're supposed to live your life is be kneeling in the church 24/7? No, right? But what it does mean is that there are certain things that since you're set apart, there's certain things you're not going to do. Just like I'm not going to pour A&W root beer into this chalice, even if it was like Barks root beer or any other kind of root beer, Spreckers, whatever, you wouldn't pour that in either. It doesn't matter, right? Even if it's Coke, don't do it, right? But there's certain things that you wouldn't do. The same thing is true of your life, right? We know these are the commandments, right? The sinful things, we're not supposed to do those. Why? Because we're set apart to live our life in a certain way for God. one beautiful way for us to grow in holiness and to practice the fact that we're set apart for God is to take time in our day and set that time apart, set that time aside specifically to spend it with the Lord. And a beautiful way we do this is, of course, in adoration. To spend time in the presence of our Eucharistic Lord, spending time with him, saying, Lord, my heart is yours. I am set apart for you. I love you. And so I want to live my life doing the things that show that I love you, helping others grow in love with you. And when we do that, we get filled. Not with root beer. We get filled with God's love and with his grace, which is his very life. So I encourage you to take some time to pray and say, Lord, what can I do to grow in holiness? What things in my life do I have to change or do I need to do to recognize the fact and live in a way that I am set apart for God? Sometimes that means living our life in a way that's set apart for maybe the way our culture lives, or maybe we see other friends or classmates that are living their life a certain way, and we're like, why are they doing that? Maybe that's not the best thing to do. I shouldn't live my life that way because I'm baptized and I'm set apart. Or there may be things where our friends do this and we're like, why can't I do that? That seems fun. And our parents or our teachers or our priests are like, yeah, because that's not okay. Sometimes we need to live in such a way that even if other people are doing things, that we say, no, I know I'm not going to do that because I'm set apart from God and I want to be holy and I want to be who I'm called to be. When I come to adoration, I come into the Lord's presence. So today, celebrate the fact that you are holy, that you are consecrated, that you are set apart. Make God happy and receive God so he can make you happy today. God bless you.